Yo, what is poppin', my beautiful people? It's your boy Luxyyy back with another video, and I hope y'all enjoyed my how to play on the T54 yesterday. I'm coming back with another one of my top 3 videos here. Last time I did the top 3 tier 9 tank destroyers. We are now here with the top 3 tier 9 light tanks. And with there being such a limited amount of light tanks in the game, obviously you can actually just see the selection here. There's a selection of the tanks here. I decided to leave the honorable mentions out because, I mean, that's almost every light tank in the game at tier 9, and so I thought I'd just leave those out and just do a top 3 list. And I'll be putting gameplay on the screen while I'm talking about it, so you'll have something to watch while I go over these tanks. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to the list. Starting with number 3, it is the AMX 1390. So let me go over a history of the light tanks real quick. So light tanks originally only went up to tier 5. That was before the French tanks were ever even added. You had the Chaffee for the Americans. You had the Leopard for the Germans. The British got the Crusader, I think it was. Except that wasn't really a light tank that got that tier 10 matchmaking like the Chaffee or Leopard did. And then they bumped light tanks up to tier 8. And the Chaffee led to the T49, and the Leopard led to the RU-251. And the AMX 1390 was added with the French update, and the AMX 1390 absolutely destroyed at tier 8. I think it was better at tier 8 than it is at tier 9. But once they added the tier 10 light tanks, where the 1390 the 1390 was changed from a tier 8, they made it into a tier 9, and it led to the AMX 13105. And it really is just kind of a miniature version of the 13105. It's a perfect tank leading into the 13105. It's got great mobility paired with a great gun. It really is just a great all-around tank. It is just a little difficult to use with that autoloader, but the autoloader is just absolutely insane. The 1390 is, without a doubt, a top 3 tier 9 light tank. It's just too good. It's really more gun than anything. If you just get the gun working and circle your opponents and just really, like I said, it's just good at everything. So all you really have to kind of do is just drive around, spot, and then go in whenever the opportunity is right and dish out a clip or two. So yeah, that's the 1390. Let's get to number 2. And coming in at number 2, it is the RU-251. So if you guys saw the list in the beginning, you'll know what number 1 is. I'm just kind of speed running through these tanks real quick. The RU-251 was also a tier 8 before it was changed to tier 9. It leads into the RHM Panzerwagen, and I think it's better tier for tier. Going back on that, the 1390 is not better tier for tier than the 105, in my opinion. The 251, however, is better tier for tier than the RHM Panzerwagen. The 251, again, like the 1390, is more gun than anything. However, it's paired with better mobility, so you can just zoom around the battlefield with the 251 while just hitting your shots on the move with this amazing 90mm gun. It's just, the RU-251 is probably the most fun tier 9 light tank on this list. It's just, you just zoom around and just shoot people. And then you also have the Aguila, which is the original... You have the Aguila, which is the original RU-251 at tier 8. So if you're interested in that, go pick up that tank. And then there's a counterpart to the 1390 at tier 8. It's the HMH 58 if you want to pick up that tank. But yeah, that's the RU-251. There's not really much to be said that can't be seen with whatever gameplay you're seeing here. Just absolutely farming them up and zooming around. So yeah, that's the RU-251. Let's get to our final number 1 spot. And at final number 1 spot, it is the T54 Lightweight. And the reason it is at number 1 is because of how it compares to other light tanks, because it's really just a medium tank. Like I called it a T54 Junior, and it's really in the name, T54 Lightweight. It plays just like the T54, and it looks just like a T54. And like the other 2 tanks on this list, it is more gun than anything. The T54 Lightweight's gun is just, I mean, you can't 1v1 this thing with most light tanks in the game. You're gonna lose. T54 Lightweight is just op when it comes to situations like that, 1v1 and in light tanks and stuff. It just does sacrifice. I mean, it still does have decent speed at 69 kilometers an hour, which is more than the 1390 but less than the 251. But it has amazing view range, and like I said, that gun is just absolutely insane. But yeah, that's my top 3 tier 9 or top 3 tier 9 light tank list. Hope you guys agreed. If you disagree, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. Call me whatever you want. I don't care. But anyway, stay tuned for my next video. Should be having a new lesson coming out tomorrow on experience, and then I will be taking my top 3 list into tier 8 next week. So stay tuned for that. Go ahead and leave a like, comment below anything about this list you want, and I'll catch y'all next time.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast, and every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under